Hi, my name is Will Nunziata, and I'm a New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film, and I'm also a proud FENIX Global Artist Ambassador. Today, I am so excited to be speaking with the acclaimed musician, Laura Laureano. For more on Laura, you can read more about her right below this video, but in the meantime, here is a sneak peek at the amazing talent of Laura.
Federal has resigned from the army, and this we avow.
I'm great, Will. It's so happy to meet you.
Really happy to meet you. Well, the audience just got a little sneak peek of your incredible talent in Evita. And I want to know, when did you do that production?
It was, I think, now 2 years ago, because I know the pandemic kind of throws timing off now. So it feels like yesterday, but a full 2 years ago, I think, was when I did it in Smithtown Performing Arts Center in Long Island.
How was that for you, not only to do it, at such a beautiful theater, but to also do it kind of, in your hometown, Long Island, and to have, I'm sure, all your family and friends get to see you. What was that like for you?
It was surreal, mainly because I had, recently graduated from Pace University in New York City. So I was away from the Long Island community theater scene for a while. And you always have, your reservations, your insecurities when you're coming back home. What do they think? Do they remember? I know I tried to stay as present on social media as possible, but these are people I haven't seen in over 4 years at that point. But when I announced that I was doing it, everybody, like from every town, my teachers, like elementary school, middle school, high school, family, they came from the woodworks. And I think that's what made it so surreal, was coming back home and so much time having been passed and being able to share that with my community, my roots, meant the world to me. So yeah, I keep it very dear to my heart. That was a great experience.
That's amazing. What an amazing homecoming, right? Because
yeah,
for you, Laura, you've already had such an amazing career already, but I want to go back a little bit to young Laura. And when she realized that she had this incredible singing voice.
Oh man, yeah, it's been quite a journey. I think even from very, very young. I'll always remember the moment I think my parents realized something was different, because it was at school. It was a singing competition, very low key.
Right.
But I pulled out very young, like 12-year-old Celine Dion, like a killer, one with like really high notes. And I
what did you sing?
It was called "I Surrender" by Celine Dion.
Hello.
Do people know it still? That's my favorite.
I love it.
It's one of my favorites.
So there you are, downstage center, 12-year-old Laura giving your Celine Dion vibes. And then what?
You could see my dad was recording, and you could see his hand just shaking like crazy. And I think that's when they knew, like, oh, this is unreal. So from then on, they really started putting me through the camps and giving me classes and putting me through dance. And shortly after that, in middle school, I did actually make a Broadway debut, very casually, because I won a contest that Nickelodeon hosted called Not Your Ordinary Princess. And I was able to perform as Teen Fiona in Shrek the Musical alongside Sutton for a night. We rehearsed for 3 days, and then we performed that night.
How amazing! Are you still in touch with her at all?
My heart. She's a Facebook friend, and I watch her lives, and I keep in touch with, like, what she's doing and her family and stuff. But we're not talking like every day, but she has a big place in my heart. Probably the nicest person I've ever met.
Well, Laura, when people can see everything that you've been up to, not only below this video, but all over the interwebs and your beautiful social medias, you exude such a beautiful, not only a beautiful essence within your talent, but a beautiful light about you with the positivity. And I'm curious to know where that comes from within you, especially in a time like now when people want to feel connected. I feel like you help connect people.
That means everything to me.
I've been watching
like,
you.
That means a lot that you can see that, and that maybe that positivity is shining through, because I feel very heavy around me. I feel the heaviness, rightfully so, because I think the pandemic really exposed a lot of things that we do need to talk about, and we do need to learn about in every industry, in every realm. But it has become such a heavy place, and I never wanted my personality, who I am, or my music, or my content to exude any of that. I want people who are going to go to my page, Facebook, anything, to feel light, to feel happy, to feel like, oh, this is somebody who, you know, is bringing me joy again, who's reminding me why I love this music so much. Right. And I mean, I was, you know, pondering what we're going to talk about today earlier. And I thought about what I'm standing for today. And if I had a phrase or a mantra that I wanted to exude, I wanted to say, I want to go back to the basics. I want to go back to basics. Which, it was funny when you had that reaction to Celine Dion. Basics, you know, like music, loving music because we love it, singing music because we love to sing, because we love to share the music. And I think that's what I'm hoping is coming through. So the fact that you said that was really meaningful.
You just met me, and I've known of you for a few weeks through our dear mutual friend, Billy Reese, who obviously you grew up with, and you've been rooting for him since he was a kid, and him for you. Obviously, I'm so grateful to have co-created Little Black Book musical with him, set to direct it. Fingers crossed sooner rather than later. But Laura, you know, you mentioned something so important, that this was a time where people had the opportunity to really look within and investigate the superfluous to get to the crux of the matter. And when you mention things like back to basics, I think about artists who have the opportunity now more than ever to continue to get back to the kid at play. When a world filled with awfulness and darkness and negative preconceived notions and discrimination, that people can look you up, Laura, and literally, like, you look, like, for example, like your Instagram, like, it literally is, I mean, my OCD eye as a director is like, wow, that is a color palette that all lives with, that's a variation on a theme. And I'm like, she is building, without maybe even thinking about it, a brand of not only a love of music, but a love of being at play, and that you can be an adult and still live at play with possibility.
I am so on the same page, same frequency, same vibrations. I think you worded that so eloquently, and I couldn't have worded it better, but I feel the exact same way.
I know, I get you, and I'm all about vibration. And, you know, people often ask, you know, I know, Will, you have a lot of people giving you artists to bring on. You know, how do you even get to, you know, decide who brings on? And for me, it's all about vibration. It's all about energy. Whether they have 500,000 fans or 5 fans. For me, it's all about people who wake up every morning and make the choice, usually hard sometimes, you know, make the choice to lead with gratitude, make the choice to lead with possibility. And you're one of those people, Laura.
I want to say I love you so much.
I know, I see you. But I see you, you know what I mean? I see you.
Yeah, and I see you. So thank you. Thank you for that.
Well, listen, throughout this whole interview, I'm sure you've already been able to get to see some of the amazing talent of Laura. And Laura, when I think about, the career that you were just beginning, and you have so much in front of you, are there things that you're excited about in terms of, a post-COVID world?
Yes.
And the performing opportunities?
Yes. Actually, yes. I think that social media has dominated the industry pre-COVID, but not like it did post-COVID. And that fills me with so much excitement because I love creating content at home. I've always loved the editing side of it. I've always loved like which microphone to use and what programs to use, GarageBand or Logic Pro, all of the technical kind of nerdy side of it.
Yeah.
I've always been so passionate about. And now that today, post-COVID, it's dominating, and you have, as an artist, I actually really believe you have no choice now but to have your stuff online. And that means you need to know how to represent yourself in the best way. It's no longer going to be just record on your phone. It's going to be get the right lighting, have an imagination, create a world. Can you make a video now out of your garage? Can you go outside? Can you go places? Can you incorporate different backgrounds, backdrops, and that's what I'm most excited for, because not only for me, but I'm also a teacher and I have a younger generation of kids coming up, and I'm so excited to lead them into this as well and kind of learn with them and create with them. I am quitting my day job and we're opening a studio, me and my family, across the street, and that place is going to facilitate myself and also the younger generation. And I think we're all going to go full speed on that as soon as it's ready.
You have me cheering up. Listen to me. You have such a beautiful light about you. And the fact that someone so young is already thinking about legacy and what they can do right now for the future is such a beautiful thing. And Laura, I'm thrilled to have met you, and I know that this is just the beginning of our conversation. But in the meantime, I am so excited that you are coming on board FENIX to spread your light, spread your hope, spread your gift of inspiration, entertainment, and love. And I can't wait to speak with you soon.
You too, Will. I'm so happy to have met you. Thank you so much for having me on board.
Thank you.
In the digital age, artists and bands struggle to make a living. In fact, only a small number of artists can live off their craft. For the 98% of artists that don't have the luxury of being signed to a label, it's tough. But artists deserve to live off their art. Wherever you are around the world, appreciation of music does not change. FENIX brings bands and their fans together, whilst allowing bands to properly monetize their passion. The FENIX app will directly connect bands and fans with no need for middlemen. We're utilizing the blockchain to give the power back to the artist once and for all. Join FENIX, join the change.